I'll say this, and maybe it's a softer approach of what Hink is saying. Um, when he says that a woman is beneath him, it is I can only assume, and is that it's more so coming from a perspective of where, not to say women don't matter, but to have to go back and forth with a woman on a situation that she chooses to not view the perspective of, it's almost a waste of time. So it's not worth the time to invest going back and forth with this person if they have no desire to even understand what he's trying to say. Compared to from a male's perspective, iron sharpens iron. So we have to do that at some point.
So
You
you
know what I'm saying?
sugarcoating him, belittling women. Okay.
I'm not sugarcoating it. That's just the if women want men to lead and they don't want to be the leaders, then the leaders are going to have the conversation with the leaders. Correct?
I've known Hink for over a year now. He know I'm poking fun at him. I know Hink as the king caveman that he is. What I'm saying is, by definition, the only person today and on this Sunday panel that is a consistent belittler is Mr. Hink slash.
Well, I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily true. As far as like, if we're going to talk about putting someone in their place, if Hink says, y'all are beneath me, therefore I don't have to deal with you in that way, I don't have to put you in your place because you're beneath me, he's placing himself in a spot. And if you come to Hink and say, how dare you say that women are beneath you, you are actually essentially trying to put him in his place. Think about it, Dave. If Hink says I'm above women, think about the definition of putting somebody in their place. You're not better than what you think you are. So you try to take them down, you try to humble them. If he says I'm above women, and then you say, what gives you the guy's right to think that you're above women? You are essentially attempting to put him back in his place, wherever that may be on the scale. Not you specifically, but if we were having that conversation, him saying that he's above women is not putting anybody in their place. He's just saying I'm above it.
And technically, God did place man as the head of the household. So
I don't believe that telling him that he's not above women is putting him down, but
no, it's putting him in his place.
Where's the equality and the accountability, though?
Well, let's say that
everything. It's like everything he say out his mouth is women did it, women, heifers underneath me, blah blah blah. Like, you don't do nothing. Men don't.
Maybe he don't.
Y'all not part of the problem.
Maybe he don't feel that way.
He don't feel like that. He don't do nothing.
I mean, grant his argument. Maybe he don't feel that way.
It needs to be more like men out here like you, Hink, that don't just do nothing and we the problem. It just need to be more men like you then.
Yeah. Welcome to the dark side, man.
I mean, that's essentially the definition of it. When you tell Hink, hey man, what gives you the right to think that you are above?
Hey, and somebody in the comments did point out that that numerous times Cookie has called Hink a caveman, in which is belittling him in a form of fashion.
I'm gonna be like you, Viz, and
we friends. Do that bother you?
That means that he's a strong man. That means he's strong.
That's not what a caveman means.
Let me speak. I appreciate y'all speaking about me like I'm not here.
Man, you gotta let us call you out, man.
Hey,
let us call you out.
We try to come to the blow, man.
How long I've been calling you a caveman, though?
Look at again. I told you. I said it before, and I live it like I said. These women don't move me like that. They don't. I don't allow them to move me.
I know he though.
I know what they can say to me gonna move me like that.
I know
None of
he,
them.
and he know
Man,
that when
look,
I say
I can kick a
caveman,
gut
I
punch
mean
with
like
anybody.
I'm
Now,
ca-
if my lady say that to me, it's gonna affect me because that's the one I pour into. That's the woman I'm gonna bless my last name with. She means something to me. Other women don't mean nothing to me like that.
But see,
Nothing
the
against you,
thing
ladies.
about it,
I'm sure you all are beautiful people in your own special way. Y'all do not move me like that, ladies. I apologize that y'all can't affect me like that. I'm not gonna let you, unless you balance. Now balance get on my nerves because he's my buddy.
that's fine. But Hank, listen, when I call you a caveman, that's not a bad thing. Actually, we need more cavemen in the world. That's what all I'm trying to say.
Like I do want to speak on it because it's all about perception. You know,
It's all about perception.
you know, he could very well say that he is offended, and you just never know. So, if you had to choose a place to be on that spectrum that I always talk about, you want to be on that spectrum where it's minimized risk, minimized damage. In most cases, I mean, sometimes you might have to take the risky route, but we can argue and say the same thing about say I'm gonna put you in my place. I mean, some women say that they like to be put in their place, and then some women look at it maybe and saying that that's extremely offensive. Like, how could you ever say that? You know, like, where's the equality and so forth? So, I
Some
think you
women
just
get turned on by it.
yeah. I think you just got to be mindful on how you use words because not everybody go by the definition. You know, somebody go by how off of feelings and they never did look the word up. And then you might have to educate them, might have to teach them what the word is, but it still may not apply to them because that's not their definition and how they apply it to life. So it's one of those things that's complex, and everybody don't view it the way you do, and so that's why you can only truly be concerned about the people that's around you or the people that you got associated with because you're not going to be able to change everybody's appetite.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it is what it is. So I'm only saying that to say is, you know, don't think that just because you view it that way, he has to view it or it's okay.
Right.
Sometimes we think we know people, and it may be bothering them, but they just ain't said nothing because they just wasn't brave enough, or they didn't have the balls to like rebuttal it back or make a formal complaint.
It could just be a part of their YouTube character as well. Now, I got a question for Sweeney. Where did you find that resource? Where did you find where did you find the definition for that?
I just typed in "put someone in their place" meaning.
Right, but what platform?
Merriam-Webster, Collins Dictionary, and then I think Cambridge Dictionary kind of alluded to the same thing. I just started hitting links to kind of see if I can come up with a consensus of what that actually means, like if it's multiple different definitions to it. So I just started clicking around, and it pretty much said all of them said the same thing.
Interesting.
Which I think, to your point, it applies in certain areas where it's actually a matter of importance, and then other areas is kind of alludes to what the person in the video is saying, whereas you really can't put someone in their place. You know what I mean? You have to be able to only control yourself. So I think it's valid in certain situations. I think in other situations it's kind of invalid.
What was the part where it said the humble?
Let's see. I think that was under the Collins Dictionary one. If you put someone in there, yeah, it's under the Collins link. collinsdictionary.com. If you put someone in their place, you show them that they are less important or clever than they are. Hold on, wait, maybe that wasn't the one. Damn. Oh, yeah, and right underneath that in American English, to lower someone's self-esteem, humble, especially an arrogant person. And then they gave a
humble and arrogant person.
Yeah.
I think
well, no, it says to lower someone's self-esteem, humble, then comma, especially an arrogant person.
Right. So again, in those situations, depending on what it is, that's simply just a part of structure. I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing, but of course, I feel that society itself has become so soft, and we have to soften the blow and be compassionate to people's feelings, so that we have to make it appear as if, you know, we really care about their feelings, and what they're doing is wrong, but let's not say it's wrong. Let's say it's wrong in a soft and feminine way, much rather than it just being what it is. If you're not within this part of the conversation, if you're not an adult, like back in the day, when we was kids, I don't know how old everybody is, but when we was kids and there's grown folks talking, kids would walk in and get out of here, go back with the kids, grown folks talking. That's putting kids in their place.
Mm-hmm.